Hello guys, today we'll be doing the line by line explanation of Act 1, Scene 1 of The Tempest. So, a tempestuous noise of thunder and lightning heard. Enter a master and a boatswain. So, tempestuous basically means like turbulent or stormy. Master, boatswain, boatswain. Here, master, what cheer? As in, like, how can I help you? What has happened? What may I do for you? Master, good. Speak to thy mariners, fall to thy yali, or we run ourselves aground. Bestir, bestir. This means, okay, listen here, my good servant. Give your sailors or your mariners like a pep talk or get them energized and do it fast. Otherwise, we'll be shipwrecked. We'll be under the water, or we'll have a water deathbed. Master leaves, the mariners enter. Boatswain, hey, my hearts, cheerly, cheerly, my hearts. Yari, yari, take in the topsail. Tend to thy master, whistle. Blow till thou burst thy wind, if room enough. Boatswain, come on, man. Come on, that's the way to do it. Do it quickly. Do it and blow your hearts out. Blow your hearts out. So, as long as we have enough room to stay afloat. Then we have some people entering. We have Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, Ferdinand, and Gonzalo. In this scene, we do not really have the backstory of who these people are, or why they are here, or why are they on a ship in the sea, why is their ship wrecking. But we have Alonso saying, good person, have care. Where's the master? Play the men. That means, take care, be wary. Okay, bosun, where's the master? Make those people work properly. Bosun says, I pray now, keep below. That means, please stay below deck. Do not disturb me. I am working. He says, where is the master? Bosun. Antonio says this. Then Bosun says, do you not hear him? You mar our labor. Keep your cabins. You do assist the storm. So this means, can you not hear him? He's busy right now. You mar our labor. That means you're getting in the way of my work, of all of our work. The mariners, us, the master, all of our work. Keep your cabins. That means stay below deck. I think the royalty, or the people, we don't know who are the royalty right now, but they have said people of higher ranks, and they are saying they're referring to them as someone of lower rank. So obviously we know by now that they are someone of royalty or nobility. Now we can see the bosun says, you keep your cabins, as in stay below deck, stay in your cabins. You do assist the storm. This is a very important line. This may come to you as a question. You do assist the storm. That means you are helping the storm. What is the storm doing in this particular act, that in this particular scene that we are seeing? That what is the storm doing? The storm is trying to shipwreck, right? The storm is trying to make the ship break. So what this means is you do assist the storm, as in you are doing the same thing the storm is. You're not letting us work and you're trying to get in our way. This is what Bosun says. Gonzalo says, nay, good, be patient. That means come on, don't get so wound up, dude, chill out. My good man. Bosun says, when the sea is, hence, what cares these rowers for the name of king? To cabins, silence, trouble us not. So this basically means that I'm just angry, I'm just pent up right now, because the sea is completely pent up. The sea is angry, the sea is wound up. So now get out of here, literally get out, and don't let these waves care anything about the kings or officials. That means do you think that the sea cares if you are a king? The sea is not going to be like, oh my god, I can't engulf this person, that person's a king. No, the sea, the nature does not care who you are. We are all humans, but we may have ranks in our society, but nature, fire, water, the earth, ice, these things, volcanoes, don't care where you come from. In Pompeii, everybody died. It was not just the peasants. So, do you think they care who is a king and who are officials and who am I? This is what the line means. What cares these rowers for the name of king? Now, go to your cabins and just keep quiet. To cabin means go to your cabin. Silence, keep quiet, and trouble us not. Do not disturb us. Let us do our work here. Gonzalo says, good. Yet remember whom thou hast aboard. That means you should remember who you have on board with you. Remember who this is. Now, Gonzalo is being a bit tough here, but as we'll find out later in the story, Gonzalo is actually a pretty nice guy. But that's for the next scene, not for right now. Bosun. None that I more love than myself. You are a counselor. If you can command these elements to silence and work the peace of the present, we will not hand a rope more. Use your authority. If you cannot, give thanks you have lived so long, and make yourself ready in your cabin for the mischance of the hour, if it so hap. Cheerly, good hearts, out of our way, I say. Now, what this basically means is, he asked, do you know who you have on board? And Bosun says, nobody is here that I love more than myself. You are a counselor, that means you're like the king's advisor. So if you can control the elements of nature, if you can control this water, command them to stop, to silence, and work the peace of the present, to silence and to keep quiet, and let us stay here aboard without the sea troubling us, without there being a shipwreck, without there being a storm. But if you cannot, keep your authority, go away. Thank God that you have lived for so long, and make yourself ready in your cabin for mischance of the hour. What is the mischance of the hour? What is the thing hanging over the head right now? It is the shipwreck. So the mischance of the hour, or the mishap that's gonna happen, mishap if it so hap, is basically just shipwreck. So if you cannot do that, go to your cabin and make yourself ready, and be thankful that you have lived for so long. Surely, good hearts, out of our way, I say. Yeah, then he's just basically talking to his men after that, because there's you can see the dash over there. Hard men, now get out of our way, I'm telling you. Then he comes back to Gonzalo. Bosun and exits. Gonzalo says, I have great comfort from this fellow. Methinks he hath no drowning mark upon him. His complexion is perfect gallows. Stand fast, good fate to his hanging. Make the ropes of his destiny our cable, for our own doth little advantage if he be not born to be hanged. Our case is miserable. Exeunt Gonzalo and courtiers. So this is a very funny excerpt. This could actually also be one of your questions. What do the words his complexion is perfect gallows means? What this means is his complexion, or his skin color, or his tone, or he looks like someone who is made for the gallows. What are the gallows? It's a place where someone is hanged. So what this means is that he is someone who's going to be hanged. He is not someone who's going to die by drowning. That means once we are out of here, we are going to hang this fellow. And I have a lot of confidence in him. I feel a lot better after I've spoken to this guy, because I know he's not a person who's meant to be drowned. He's born to be hanged. And that is, another thing that we can see about how the clash between the royalty or the nobles and, the people, the working class, even at that time. So he's going to be living long enough to be hanged, and I hope he stays alive. Like, I have a guarantee now that he will, because he's not destined to be drowned but to hang. So our chances do look pretty good. Now enter Bosun. Bosun, down with the topmast. Yeah, lower. Bring here to try within main course. This just means he's speaking to his workers, to his mariners, and saying, bring down that topsail fast, quickly, and get it lower. Let the ship sail close to the wind. As you know, there was no motors at the time, so you had to navigate with the wind, which they do currently too, but motors help with most of the work. You do not try to go off course against the wind, against the water's currents, but it's still note to keep if you ever go sailing. A cry within, a plague upon this howling. They are louder than the weather or our office. A shout, that is a cry, away, as in, now this is kind of like the narration, a cry within, as in not really on what is being seen on stage, because as you know, this is a play, this is not a short story, so there's elements outside. So a cry off stage. What a plague upon this howling, they are louder than the weather or our office. What this basically means that, dude, those men are shouting, come on, like they're louder than the storm. That's how much noise they're making. Or even louder than us, the people who are trying to live over here and let the others live as well. Then we have Sebastian, Antonio, and Gonzalo re-enter. Yet again, what do you here? Shall we give over and drown? Have you a mind to sink? This is what Bosun says to these three people of the nobility who have entered. What just says, yet again, as in like, you have come back again. What do you here? What work do you have here? What do you want? Should we give over and drown? Should we like hand ourselves over? Should we surrender to the sea? Sebastian says, a pox, oh, your throat, you bawling, blasphemous, incharitable dog. This means, oh, go to hell, you loud-mouthed bastard. That's basically like the actual, translation of it. Bosun says, work you then. That means like, come on, get to work then. Yeah, if you have so much to say, then come on. Antonio says, hang, cur, hang, you whoreson, insolent noisemaker. We are less afraid to be drowned than thou art. This means hang, cur, hang, you whoreson, insolent noisemaker. This may be cut out in your textbook. The word whoreson. We are less afraid to be drowned than thou art. This means that Antonio is trying to say that we are less afraid than you to be drowned. Gonzalo says, I'll warrant him for drowning, though the ship were no stronger than a nutshell and as leaky as unstanched winch. This means I guarantee it. He will not drown, even if the ship was as fragile as an eggshell and as leaky. Yep. Bosun, lay her a hold. Set her to off course, off to sea again, lay her off. Then mariners enter wet. Bosun basically saying that like turn the ship towards the wind, put it in course again. Set the sails and let her go out to sea again. That means that's as it says. Mariners say all lost, to prayers, all lost. It means like there's no use now, like pray for your lives, like they're completely done for. And they have entered wet, as in like there's probably water on deck, or they know that the ship has already wrecked. So that's why they're saying pray, all is lost. Then mariners leave, the sailors, they leave. Bosun says, what must our mouths be cold? What? We're going to die? Like this is what must our mouths be cold? Because, when a body dies, there's no heat. And your body's cold. That's what it says, a cold body. Gonzalo says, the king and prince at prayers, let's assist them, for our case is as theirs. This means that the king and the prince, Ferdinand, and the king, Alonso, are praying right now. So let's go and join and see what happens, because whatever happens to them will happen to us as well. Sebastian says, I'm out of patience. Antonia then says, we are merely cheated of our lives by drunkards. This wide-chopped rascal, would thou mightst lie drowning, the washing of 10 tides. This basically means that we have been cheated out of our lives by a bunch of drunken, incompetent sailors, useless sailors. And this big mouth, this person who's speaking so much, this jerk, referring to obviously the bosun, I hope you drown 10 times over. This is what washing of 10 tides means. I hope you drown 10 times more than us, or drown again and again. Gonzalo then says, he'll be hanged yet, though every drop of water swear against it and gape at widest to glut him. A confused noise within. Gonzalo says like, he'll be hanged yet. That means he'll still die by hanging, not by drowning. This is referring to what I said a couple minutes earlier, because Gonzalo is like, this is someone's complexion who is born to be hanged and not to be drowned. And every drop of water swear against it. That means even if every drop of water in the sea tries to swallow him, this man will not be swallowed. This man will die by hanging and will not drown. A confused noise within. So the voices say, mercy on us, we split, farewell my wife and children, farewell brother, we split. This is basically like, mercy on us as in God, like just have mercy on us, come on, the ship's breaking up. That's what we split mean. Goodbye to my wife and children. When you're dying, you always like, you say like, come on, like love to my wife and children. He says, goodbye brother, we're breaking up. That's like breaking up as in not actually breaking up as in a couple, but we're breaking, like the ship is breaking. Antonio says, let's all sink with the king. And Sebastian says, let's take leave of him. Let's say goodbye to him. So right now, Antonio and Sebastian have left the scene. Now we just have a paragraph more. Gonzalo says, now would I give 1,000 furlongs of sea for an acre of barren ground. Long heath, brown furs, anything, the wills above be done, but I would fain die a dry death. Gonzalo is saying like right now I would give 1,000 furlongs of sea for one little acre of dry ground. So like he's just saying like I do not want to drown. I would give everything I have. Like I would give literally everything I have just to not drown here. I want to die a dry death. So this is what he means. Um, one little acre of dry ground, barren weed patch, anything at all. Like this is what the whole paragraph means. So what's destined to happen will happen. Like it doesn't matter. So if I give you like an idea, 1 kilometer is approximately like 4.95 furlongs. So I would give thousands of furlongs for one little acre, and as you know, an acre is 4,000 meters square. So what's destined to happen will happen. So the wills above be done, but I would wish for nothing else but to die a dry death. Excellent. So they have left now. So guys, that was the line by line analysis. The video coming up next, just after this one is posted, will be the summary and the analysis of Act 1, Scene 1.